Hi, it's Glenda, and today I'm making a cold process soap to test one of my snowflake screens. The soap was a little bit of a fail because the fragrance accelerated more than I anticipated it to. However, I wanted to show you the process quickly, and then after that I'm going to show you what I did to sort of improve the look of the soaps. I started by mixing the ultramarine blue pigment and teal turquoise mica with oils prior. This is the recipe that I will be using, and because I'm just testing the screen, I'm not sure if it's gonna work, I'm only using 16 ounces of oils. I will include a link to this recipe below in the description. And this is the fragrance that I will be using. It's called Jolly All Christmas. It's a fragrance type from Make Your Own. It's a type of the fragrance Good Nature Christmas by White Barn. It actually smells really good, I liked it. However, I underestimated how fast it would accelerate with my recipe, and I also did not take into account that I was using blue ultramarine pigment that also tends to accelerate trace. Live water, it's at 74 or 23 Celsius. I'm just going to add it in. I have some extra water in case it's too thick that it won't pour, and hopefully I won't need it. So I alternated between blending and stirring for about a minute and a half, and I kept checking the shaft of the stick blender to make sure that it had reached emulsion. So what I try to see is if there is a coating on the shaft of the stick blender, and also if that coating is not breaking apart. It looks like it's at emulsion right now, so I'm going to add the fragrance and then quickly divide it into colors. As you can tell, it's not at trace. I would say that's medium trace. Look, this one is it's too thick now. It's heavy trace. It's not good. It's okay. I'm going to add a little bit of water. So I'm gonna try pouring through this and see if it goes through. I'm just going to pour it straight, just along the stick. So now I'm gonna lift it up slowly. I can only do it slowly actually because it's so heavy. I feel it's pulling the whole soap up. Look at that. Brought this whole thing up. This is a mess. I think this is gonna work. Here you can see that the left end of the soap is at an angle, and that's because when I cut my PVC pipe, I cut it at an angle. So both end bars are skewed. And these are the ones that I thought needed the embellishment more because they didn't look right. They also had a solid blue color on them, and you couldn't see any of the pattern in them. I made two white pine trees on top of the bars to decorate them, and next I'm going to show you how I made them. I didn't record the process with the round bars, but it's going to be very similar to what I did with these rectangular bars, except that for the round bars, I didn't need to cover the background because I did like the blue color of the bars. In this case, this what you see that is yellow or green was an attempt at a swirl in a different soap that didn't work out. So I'm trying to cover it, and I'm using sticky soap dough. It was actually leftover white soap. It wasn't very usable as soap dough because it was very sticky, but it did work great for this project. And I'm just sort of spreading it apart to create a background that is somewhat translucent, so I can still see some of the background color, except at the bottom I did do a thick layer to represent the snow cover ground. And then I did a slightly triangular shape, tall triangle, to represent the pine tree. I did several because I want to make this look like a winter Christmas scene in the forest. And right now I'm adding some holographic silver glitter from Nature Soap. And then with this, it is a rubber tip tool. It is almost like a chisel. It's pointy, but it also has a straight edge. I will link in the description box a product that's very similar to this one. I bought it at well, I don't quite remember if it was a jewelry store or a comic book store. And basically, I'm just cutting on the edges just to simulate the look of a snow-covered pine tree. And now the secret ingredient, or I think what makes this work best, is the Super Sparkles Enviro Glitter from Nurture Soap. This is a thick, chunky kind of glitter, and it's very bright, as you can see. And I believe this gave it the whole Christmassy look. I did improve it by adding some shimmering white clouds mica powder from Crafter's Choice. This one gives a look that's very similar to pearl, and I did that at the bottom to sort of simulate the way light reflects back on a snow cover ground. And that was it. With glitter, more is more, so I do love to use it. This one is environmentally friendly, and also I believe it's plant-based. But anyway, I thank you for visiting my channel, and I'm gonna leave you with pictures of other soaps that I have embellished in a similar way, just to give you ideas of things you can do when you don't like the look of a soap.